It is one of the great city rivalries in world club football. It's known simply as the Derby della Madonnina, the Derby of the Little Madonna. It's Milan against Inter next on EA TV. Well, here in Milan, it's known as the Derby della Madonnina, in honour of the famous statue on top of the cathedral. I'm Derek Ray, joined for commentary by Stuart Robson. It's Inter against Milan, and Stuart, this is always very special.
You're absolutely right, Derek. This has the makings of an absolute classic. Great stadium, bitter rivalry, and two very good teams. This should be entertaining.
And Milan's lineup looks like this. The goalkeeper is Ciprian Tatarusanu. Sandro Tonali plays alongside Ismael Benacer in central midfield. And getting the vote of confidence in attack today, Olivier Giroud. And a look at the Inter team. Hakan Çalhanoğlu plays alongside Nicolo Barella in the centre of midfield. And in attack, Edin Dzeko starts alongside Lautaro Martinez. And so the battle commences. Barella. Mkhitaryan. Martinez. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Dest. On the ball, Rafael Leao. And he read it well defensively. Alessandro Bastoni. Good ball to switch the play. Venturing forward, Mkhitaryan. Just made sure nothing came of that. Well, opting for the short corner. Long way out this. Well, he didn't miss by all that much.
Well, he struck it quite nicely, but the keeper was always in control of the situation. He knew that was going wide.
Çalhanoğlu. Can he finish? A goal! Inter take the lead in the derby. A real jolt to the home fans.
Well, just look at this. It's a good finish and reward for their pressure. They really have controlled this game.
Milan get the game restarted. Can they come up with a coherent answer? Sandro Tonali. He's given it straight to the opposition. And fouled it is then. Oh, splendid header, but a fine save. It'll be a corner. Well, they fancy a short one. Diaz. Pretty routine there for the goalkeeper. Mkhitaryan. And a poor ball. Calabria. Teammates in the middle. Well, far from the ideal header. And the goalkeeper had it all the way. Martinez. And the counter-attack is on. Options available. And grazing the woodwork that time.
Well, it's almost the perfect strike, isn't it? Just gets underneath it slightly.
And play halted, free kick given. Straightforward piece of goalkeeping. Brahim. Messias. Well, he likes to run at them. Bad challenge, and now it's up to the referee in terms of what to do next. Well, the card is out, and it's yellow.
Yeah, it's clumsy and it's late. Definitely a yellow card.
And fired from the flank into the area. And really meat and drink to the keeper under the circumstances. Slipshod passing. Useful looking ball. Well, the attack carried promise, but petered out. Martinez. Di Marco. This looks threatening. And he's certainly in the mood for his second.
Well, he's certainly looking a threat. He looks so sharp today.
Now, how about the short corner? Çalhanoğlu. And cutting inside. And using his body to good effect. And a big moment because the referee has pointed to the spot. Penalty coming up. And a chance for 2-0. A goal! Calmly taken spot kick.
Well, here it is again, and it can be a risky penalty. He hits it straight down the middle. The goalkeeper goes one way, the ball goes through the middle. Excellent finish.
So back underway with the scoreline standing at 2-0. Junior Messias. Delightful pass. Well, nothing comes of the attack when all is said and done. Rafael Leao. Diaz, chances on. Well, choosing to chip, and it wasn't so very far away.
Well, it was good vision, excellent technique, but not quite the end result it deserved.
Henrik Mkhitaryan.
Well, Inter, as you can see, have had most of the ball, and as a result have dominated the game. Some of their passing movements have been a joy to watch, and I don't think anything's going to change that.
Yes, really going so well for them, and who knows, they might be. And a foul in the opinion of the referee. Now, what can they do from this free kick situation? Takes on the shot. Well, the free kick taken, but saved easily by the keeper. And they continue to advance, and a lot of options here. Well, he'd be disappointed if he didn't take that one cleanly. Well, a bit more in the way of precision was required. Çalhanoğlu. Top-class defending. Rafael Leao. And Inter might be able to cash in here. And it goes! Well, it's one goal after another. A highly impressive performance.
Well, here you can see it again. He's gone for placement over power, and it's a brilliant finish.
And away they go again, and it's an undeniable fact. Inter are really in the mood. Davide Calabria. Read it well. Over the touchline for what will be an Inter throw. Barella. Firing it in, and just putting it over the top. Messias might be able to get in behind the defence. Well, it came to nothing in the end. Di Marco might be able to set up the chance. And not precise enough with the shot. Dest. Tomori. Giroud. Leao. Makes the move to the inside. That's high-level goalkeeping.
Well, that's a fantastic save. He's such a good keeper.
Corner kick played in. Well, still an issue here. Straightforward piece of goalkeeping. Martinez. Inter have given away possession. Well, they've won the ball back quickly. And making sure nothing untoward happened following the cross. Well, 3 minutes of stoppage time, that's what the officials have said. Di Marco. It's with Çalhanoğlu. Loves to attack from the wide areas. And he saw the situation developing. Good work to win the ball back high up the pitch. Oh, it might be! And the keeper more than equal to the task. Short corner favoured. Çalhanoğlu. Well, the first 45 minutes have come and gone here at the San Siro. Well, I must say we've really enjoyed watching Lautaro Martinez up to this point, and you sometimes have to pity those charged with the task of keeping him in check.
Well, the keeper will be sick at the sight of him. He's been shooting from everywhere and he's taken his goals really well.
So back in business, second half underway, and Milan have left themselves with a real mountain to climb. Giroud. Benacer. Oh, he's really opened them up here. Oh, he couldn't outwit the keeper. Well, they fancy a short one. Cutting in, what can he do from this position? Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Chance to finish. And there is the goal! He's found the net! Joy unconfined!
Well, it's great awareness of space in the box, and then he shows a lot of composure with the finish. That's a clever goal.
So the ball is moving again. We've been treated to 4 goals. 3-1 the score. And he was being pressed, but did his job. I think you've got to conclude that was good refereeing. A free kick in the end, after initially playing advantage, but it just wasn't there. Well, thumped clear. Well, that effort was always going wide. He's not going to be best pleased with himself. Skriniar. Well, Inter unable to retain possession. The referee correctly decided to play advantage. Brahim. Now Giroud. The pass could do damage. Well, it was easy on the eye, but the interception was made. And the press is on. Diaz. He's in here. Oh, it looked as though he might be through. Not so. Benacer. Alessandro Bastoni. A really single-minded piece of defending to make sure nothing untoward happened. And the counter-attack is on, options available. Will it be sufficiently imaginative? Preferring to go infield. And the penalty has been given here. Well, some might say he's been fortunate to avoid being shown the card.
Well, I like that from the referee. Just because it's a penalty doesn't mean it's a yellow card. I think he's got it right.
This to get back into it. And the keeper denies them from the spot.
Well, could this be the turning point? The fans are certainly hoping so.
Now sending it in. Not troubling the keeper. Dumfries. Now Dzeko. Martinez. On to Barella. Gives it a go. Well, it wasn't a taxing save. And he read it well defensively. Oh, no let up, plenty of pressure. Skriniar. Barella. Çalhanoğlu. Opportunity it is. Oh, marvellous goalkeeping.
Well, it's a top-class save from a top-class goalkeeper. That's absolutely brilliant.
Short corner taken. Çalhanoğlu. Well, he's bound to be disappointed with himself. Not a great effort, Stuart.
Well, the less said about that, the better. Not a good decision from him.
They will now make use of the substitutes bench.
Dentro con il numero 8 Robin Gosens.
Alessandro Bastoni. Well, nicely cut out. Giroud. Diaz. On to Rebic. Surely! Oh, the angle didn't favour him, but not far away at all.
Well, he nearly caught the keeper out there. That was a really good attempt.
And a substitution in the offing. And the precision was lacking. Throw-in coming up. Giroud. And he takes it on. Ideal for the goalkeeper, for any keeper. Breaking at pace. Barella. Oh, lovely weighted ball. They might be in. Well, full marks to him for that header, but the goalkeeper did his job. And with play stopped, they will make the change now. Favouring the short one. Cutting in. What can he do from this position? No real challenge for the goalkeeper. Dumfries. Inter in a position of menace. And he's only gone and made it a hat-trick. Absolutely unplayable today. What a performance.
Well, just look at this. He's so alive to the situation. That's a neat-headed goal in the end.
Gol
And as
dell'Inter.
they restart the game, it's fair to say the gulf in quality between the two sides has been huge. Just the challenge that was required. Leao. On to Rebic. Can he finish? That's high-level goalkeeping.
Well, that's a fantastic save. He's such a good keeper.
Dell'Inter con questo cambio.
Substitution then. Let's see how it affects the match.
95 Alessandro Bastoni. Dentro con il numero 33 Danilo D'Ambrosio.
And deciding to go short with this one. And looking towards the back post. It's one corner after another.
Pesca dalla panchina l'allenatore dell'Inter con questo cambio. Termina qui la partita con il numero 20 Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Entra con il numero 77 Marcelo Brozovic.
He's driven in the corner. Not the result from the set piece they were looking for. Well, in the closing phase, and Inter really have seen everything go to
Oh,
plan.
he could be in here, Derek.
The crossbar got in the way. Oh, it looked as though he might be through. Not so. Dicing with a bit of danger here. Davide Calabria. Tonali with it. Rebic. Supporters making themselves heard. And there it is, a goal. But will it be purely a consolation at this stage of the proceedings? They haven't been at their best.
Well, I have to say, this is a really good goal. He skips past his marker, and that gives him the space to get his shot away. Excellent stuff from him.
So the current scoreline, 4-2. Well, advantage with them. Referee says play on. Can he get one back? Oh, another goal! You just cannot keep them down, and it sets up a furious finish.
Well, as you can see, he's given far too much space, but he still had some work to do, and I think that's a very tidy finish. It was never in doubt.
Well, how about this? 4-3.
Olivier Giroud.
Brozovic. Well, the action is going to continue for a while yet. We will have 4 minutes of stoppage time. Barella. On to Martinez, in position, and the challenge crisp and clean. Oh, he's really opened them up here. And a fine stop. Well, this might be their final opportunity to draw level. Who's going to get on the end of it? Well, full marks to him for that header, but the goalkeeper did his job. Well, behind for another corner. So the final whistle, the referee says that will be all for this game, and the big headline is Inter victorious. What did you think of their performance all told?
Well, Derek, they didn't dominate the game by any means today, but overall they had the better of the chances and just about deserved their win.